It's almost another side of repurposing, isn't it?
This really interests me about the repurposing. I think we're in the business of getting people to repurpose their content in terms of all of the things that you've been speaking to so eloquently, Rob, in terms of being able to show up consistently, having resources at your fingertips that are creative, that allow you to do coaching better because you can invite people in creative ways to engage in what you're saying. But there's something as well about repurposing, which is for you as the content generator. And when we take a blog post that we've written and then we repurpose it as a podcast by recording our voices, reading the blog post, you then have a whole other relationship with the thing that you've written. And I think what that can serve to the person doing the marketing is an invaluable, often unspoken about quality to repurposing. So it's about processing as well, isn't it? You create a podcast, but you're processing through another set of senses and things that are really important to you and which you might have been able to get down in a way through writing. But then when you just record yourself talking, you're going to process it in a very different way.
I recognize now that there are a number of people in the world that to have a conversation or like to talk to be able to process what it is that they're thinking, experiencing, or going through. I've realized that I am one of those people. I have to have a conversation with my wife or with somebody that I trust to be able to reach an answer or a conclusion. I can't just always think it through. I find that talking about what it is that's on my mind is a really useful process and feedback loop. It's almost like I have to listen to myself talking to get to the next stage of where I need to get to be able to understand something or to be able to make a decision around it. And I recognize that there are a lot of people like that. I think one of the great things about podcasting and also coaching is that when you are reading a blog post, I believe that you'll gain further insights into what it is that you've just written just by going through and taking the time to then read out loud in the context of a recording what it is that you've put together there. And I think that's true also for the listener. So the listeners are experiencing that as well. So they might read the same article, but then when they hear the article and they hear the article in your own voice, they may have a different set of ahas or insights just because it's perhaps tapping into a different part of their chemistry or their mind or neural pathways. It's a different wiring. It's a different feedback loop.